Good day. You are watching Human Enhancement with Konstantin Nikkari. In this video, I'm going to read you my design fiction product. In short, design fiction is a tool for us to connect to the futuristic technology or situation that does not exist yet. So we are living now in the present moment, and then somewhere there in the future there is a technology or situation. There might be a technology or situation that we would like to understand. And so this design fiction is like a link or a tool for us to easily merge into that futuristic situation or with the futuristic technology. I researched how we humans perceive police who are using brain-computer interfaces. That's, in a nutshell, is my master thesis research question. And I used design fiction product because there is no brain-computer interfaces yet that a police officer can wear. So I cannot empirically study this. And for this kind of purpose, design fiction is an excellent tool. Design fiction product has to provoke deep and intense conversation, and also it needs to be entertaining. In my case, it was both, based on the results that I got from my participants. And even though this story about the police who is forced to use brain-computer interface is fictionary, the reactions that I got from my participants and the concerns were real. So no more talking. I think it's time to go and listen to the story of police officer Kaino Tuisku. Kaino Tuisku, 42, patrol officer in Finland, 2 decades of experience. Younger colleague Nikita has learned to feel safe in Kaino's patrol. Tuisku senses problems before they happen. It's a skill that can't be taught. It comes from somewhere deep, from the body, Nikita says. At home waits Venni, 15 years together, 2 children, a mortgage. They go running together, compete over who gets the better heart rate. Technology has always been part of Kaino's work and free time. Radios, smart devices, cameras, and databases. But to him they are just tools, not mist in the sauna. At the police station, a department meeting announces a brain-computer interface pilot starting in a month. They say it will improve risk management. In the evening, Venni wraps her arms around Kaino. What do you think about the brain-computer? Does it really read thoughts? Kaino sighs. Not like we have many options. We are not being asked if we want to carry a weapon. Venni presses her lips to Kaino's neck and taps her fingers lightly on his head. Whispers in an inviting tone. Kaino lets out a laugh of relief for the first time that day. Training begins, and the first weeks are agony. Kaino is used to make decisions alone, in his own head. Now there is something else in there, but humans adapt. Soon, license plates are visible better than with glasses. Suspects' body language is registered immediately, and environmental alerts are heard before Kaino even has time to look. Between calls, Nikita grins. You've become our turbo cyborg. This cyborg makes sure the juniors make it to retirement, Kaino hears himself answer. Nikita giggles. At the department they are already talking about the next update. Emotional monitoring, somebody says in the break room. Stress levels, workload, everything in real time will be even more effective. But in the evening, alone in the car, Kaino thinks about that answer to Nikita. How it came out in such a flirtatious tone. It didn't feel like something he would naturally say. It came too fast. Was that my thought or the system's suggestion? I don't know. Annoying device. How do I distinguish my own emerging thoughts? At the grocery store, Kaino expects price data comparison to arrive in his consciousness. The data doesn't arrive. It's the weekend. Kaino is off duty, and the device is charging at the station. Kaino was supposed to feel relieved, finally in his own space, own head, and own thoughts. Why then this longing? On Sunday, he and Nikita are called in for an extra shift. No brain computers were available at the station, so they handled the day as organic cups, one colleague jokes. In a routine situation in a parking garage, Kaino hesitates a moment too long. Nothing serious. The situation devolves, but he feels it. Feels how Nikita looks at him. Neither says anything. At home, Venni tells about her day and interrupts herself when she notices Kaino isn't listening. Hello, over here. Kaino nods. Later alone, lying on his back in the sauna, eyes on the ceiling, Kaino wants to know if the sauna temperature is optimal for him. Where's the machine when you need it? Then it dawns on him. The hesitation in front of Nikita, and now in the sauna. Have I lost my own self-confidence? He gets no answer. My critical thinking, nothing answers. The emotional monitoring update is deployed. The department calls it the wellness tool. Stress levels, workloads in real time, burnout prevention, the supervisor explains. This protects you. What if burnout happens anyway? Asks Tuisku, who slept poorly that night. Don't worry, we'll put you in the equipment warehouse washing cars if your head starts overheating, the supervisor answers. Some colleagues chuckle, others don't seem to find that amazing. Later, during a patrol break, Nikita is quiet for a long time. Has something happened to our communication? Before, I could sense from you when a tough call was coming. Now you just operate. Efficiently. But it feels like I'm sometimes alone in our patrol. Kaino doesn't know what to say. He doesn't know if he has changed or if Nikita has changed or if the device between them has changed something neither can name. In the evening at home, Venni rejects Kaino's advance. A major police operation. The National Bureau of Investigation leads, and Kaino's unit supports. Border guards are also involved. In Kaino's view, everything goes well. In the locker room after the operation, officers remove their gear. Nikita sits on the bench, rubbing her face. She gets up, mutters something, and leaves. Kaino's gaze lingers on the departing Nikita, on how she moves. Nikita has a beautiful, strong body, good posture, and a light, cheerful step that has a specific tone even when she is no longer visible. Tuisku. Kaino turns. The supervisor is standing there. The others have left. They are alone. I was in the leadership meeting. Central Field Command raised your data. You've been producing emotional aid and data during operations for a couple of weeks now. It usually happens when you are with Nikita. They recommended a partner change. I said I'd talk to you first. The supervisor continues about support services, options, normal procedure. The message passes Kaino. He only hears his own screaming thoughts. The system has seen something I haven't admitted even to myself, idiot. Kaino walks home, past the bus stop, pass a couple walking their dog, pass the shopping center on whose side the liquor store sign beacons like the North Star. Kaino rubs his temple. A real hellish wellness tool. He turns toward the store. Months later, the brain computer has received several updates. The system has evolved. Now for 1 or 2 word messages, communication is possible through thoughts transmission. It works surprisingly well. Tomorrow they will demonstrate a robot dog that's promised to hear our thoughts as commands. Kaino has also evolved. Certain thoughts are on the surface. Certain ones are buried deeper where the system can't reach. An internal filter, a second self that guards the first self. In the car, Nikita breaks the silence. I had a rough time back then. My unit change was a shit idea. I just wanted to say that. Sorry. I like working with you. Kaino feels something, buries it quickly and answers. Good to have you back. Don't worry. Later at the station, Kaino checks the day's data levels. Everything is normal. Good. Friday morning, Kaino puts on the uniform, looks in the mirror. The man looking back appears the same as before. Penny comes up behind and kisses his cheek. My cyber cop remembers to take the kids to grandma's after work. See you at the airport. Amsterdam is promised 27 degrees all weekend. Outside the house, Nikita waits. Ready? Ready. Police patrol Kaino and Nikita drive into the beginning workday. Kaino understands now. He has become a person who has learned to hide part of himself from the machine. It's not a victory, but survival and exploitation of a machine. Adaptation that restored his status among colleagues and was the only possible way to pay the mortgage, take care of the children, spouse, and friends, and still someday make it to the retirement. Thank you for listening. I really hoped that you enjoyed it. Sincerely. Also, I hope that you will leave a comment and share with me and everybody else here that what do you think about brain-computer interfaces? Do you, for example, believe that police is going to use them? Also, feel free to leave a comment about this presentation in general, about my work, about the pictures, the tone, the message, the story, everything. I'm very interested about your feedback. Now, lastly, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel. This channel is going to be about how we humans can enhance ourselves. And while brain-computer interfaces is one topic, there are several and dozens of other topics, very interesting ones to go deep dive and learn about. And those topics I'm going to share. You're watching Human Enhancement with Konstantin Nikkari. Bye bye.